Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on Bubble. In this video, I want to talk about why Phase 2 will probably change Type Soul for basically forever. I think Phase 2 will actually change the game like to its core, because the stuff that we're going to be getting, the stuff that would happen to the races, just everything that they've promised us in Phase 2, sounds a little crazy to me. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, just going over Phase 2 in its entirety and why I think the game will basically just change completely once when Phase 2 is actually out and we're getting Phase 2 updates. If you guys end up enjoying it, like and subscribe. But yeah, let's run into it. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk about is going to be True Bondtime, the thing for Twinsies. This is just going to put them on par with Segundas, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they're better than Segundas, because already in the game, there is some Bontais and stuff like that I would say are around Segundas here. So if those ones get their True Bontai or their whatever the ones called for Twinsies, yeah, they're definitely going to be pretty strong. And I also think that this means that less and less people will start playing Arrancar, because they're already like roughly on par with each other. And if they did that, if they did the True Bontai and whatever it's called for Twinsies, yeah, I just think less and less people are going to want to play Arrancar, because like Arrancar is already not that fun in comparison to the other two. And then if the other two get their own version of like Segunda pretty much, then there's no real reason to play Arrancar, other than the fact True Vasto is basically a passive and the other ones are a mode. That would be the only reason to really still play Arrancar after the other ones get, you know, their version of True Bontai and all that. So that's the first thing I want to talk about, is I think there will be way less Arrancars once when Phase 2 actually does come out. But talking about Arrancars as well, I know Cetro said somewhere, if I can find the message, I'll put it on the stream, but he did say something about Arrancar mutations to me, like once, like the first week of the game. I'm not gonna lie, it was very early on, and he said something about Arrancars will be stronger once when they get their mutation, which honestly I have no idea what that means. Like, I have no clue. Maybe it's a buff, maybe it's a mode, I have no idea, because it's nothing like we've seen inside the anime really, so I have no idea what those will be. But just know, Arrancars will probably get something in the very far future, called Arrancar mutations. If they're still planning on doing that, then that's what they'll get. But yeah. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is obviously going to be Hellverse, which I think will actually just change the game completely. And this is because Hellverse will basically be this game's version of the Depths from Deep Ocean. Everything that they've explained so far makes it sound exactly like the Depths, basically like a one-to-one. I'm not gonna lie, because they said that it's gonna be all different layers. It's gonna be completely different than anything that we have in the game. There's gonna be like 1 to 4 layers. You can wipe in it. So basically everything that they're just explaining so far is a perfect resemblance of the Depths from Deep Ocean. So that could change the game completely, because it could go less of a PvP game, more into PvE game if they actually do it correctly. Like if they actually have things like the Depths in Deep Ocean, where it's mainly just a bunch of different PvE mobs, and then there's a thing called Hell Mode, which just makes those mobs even harder. I could honestly see this game's, well, first of all, the player count going way higher, and secondly, less and less people actually doing the PvP game modes, so like ranked and things like that. I feel like everyone would be hopping inside Hellverse and, you know, risking their build for the good rewards that it will drop. So those are kind of like the two main themes. If you guys don't already know, we do have an update today as well. So expect Twinsies to get gutted, I'm not gonna lie, and, you know, expect some other stuff. But yeah, that's it for me. I just wanted to talk about this real quick because, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the game, and, you know, so far all the updates have been relatively small. The game really hasn't changed that much, but I think that's gonna change once when we get Phase 2. So yeah, if you guys end up enjoying it, like and subscribe. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.